Hey guys, John Rettinger here. You may have heard a lot about Google Wave in the past weeks. It's just entered a invite-only beta period, previously being in alpha only. So what is Google Wave? I received quite a few questions. Mashable has a great overview of what the product's going to be. I'll put a link to it in the sidebar, but I thought I'd offer sort of a layman's description of what Google Wave is, so when you hear the term mentioned, as you're undoubtedly going to hear it in the coming weeks and months, at least you'll have an understanding. So let's get started. Google Wave is essentially a real-time communication platform. It really combines aspects of all the communications that you're used to using online, like instant messaging, web chat, social networking, and really project management in sort of a single in-browser communications client. So everything is in-browser, no need to install anything on your software. What you can do is you can bring a group of friends or businesses, partners together, and you can discuss whatever happened that day and share files. So far nothing that revolutionary, right? Google Wave's got a lot of really innovative features, and here are sort of just the highlights. First, it's real time. So you're editing and revising documents in real time with obviously real people. Things like Google Docs have sort of had this, but now you can see what people are typing as they're typing. You're essentially seeing what they see in real time. For those of you that are in business, this is a really invaluable tool. For those of you that are in school, imagine working in groups without having to actually be in groups, especially if you're in different parts of campus, or in some spots even across the country if you're in an online classroom. So it really does add a lot of usability being in real time. It's also embeddable, meaning it can be embedded in any website or blog, wherever you want. It's got an embed code, you pop it in, and suddenly you have access to your full Google Wave account and all the documents that you're working from. The next sort of big point is applications and extensions. Just like Facebook application or an iGoogle gadget, developers can really build their own apps within Wave. And they can be anything from, I guess, bots to real-time games. So the potential of Google Wave is huge. Sort of if you think of what Firefox has done with add-ons and all the different functionality that you get, Google Wave offers the same promise of just a ton of additional functionality that even Google perhaps didn't envision. So that's one of the things that I'm most excited about. The frontier is really just wide open for what can happen with Google Wave. Next, it's completely open source. The code will be available to anybody to help sort of foster innovation, especially in the development community. So you're going to have people not have to pay for access to the Google Wave code, so you're probably going to get a huge influx of developers looking to get their name and word out there. The downside of that is you may see some advertising on Google Wave, since developers have the option to put in really whatever they want. But since you're going to control the plugins, you can control what shows up. The next thing is playback. You can play back any part of the wave to see what was said. So if you're communicating with a friend or business partner, and he says or types something that's important, and you forget it later, you can rewind back, essentially like hitting the rewind button in real time, which is quite useful. And oftentimes I'm working with people and I forget what they said, I can just rewind back and always have a record of it, something that I think is really useful. The next thing, it uses natural language. Google Wave will autocorrect your spelling, even going so far as knowing differences between similar words. For instance, like bean and bin, which is a big thing. It'll also auto-translate on the fly, which is huge. If you used Microsoft Word or Google Docs or whatever, the spell check can be helpful, but oftentimes very annoying. So this is going to be a more accurate version of, guess what spell check is. Next, it's got drag and drop file sharing, no attachments at all. You just sort of drag your file into the Google Wave, and everybody will have access to it. That makes things a lot easier than having to drag it into an email, type in the address, and then hit send. You drag it into Google Wave, everybody gets access to edit it, to see it. It can be a great tool for presentations or just collaboration. This is just a short overview of what Google Wave can do, and the potential is just wide open for this platform. I'm really excited for it, and I think Google's got another huge winner on their hands. So what do you think about Google Wave? Are you excited? Have you gotten access to the beta program? Do you not care? I'm really curious to what you guys think, so please leave comments or video descriptions, or video responses rather, so I can check out if we can sort of start a dialogue on Google Wave. You're going to hear a lot about it in the coming weeks and months, I promise. So for exclusive content, check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers, and to learn more about Techno Buffalo, check out technobuffalo.com. Links to all these will be in the sidebar, which I believe is over there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.